What's the craziest misuse of military equipment you've ever witnessed? During my second deployment to Iraq in 2008, we were stationed at this massive FOB that was basically a small city. The place had everything. PX, gym, multiple DFX, even a green bean coffee. But what it didn't have was reliable air conditioning in the barracks. And Baghdad's summers are brutal. We're talking 120 degrees by 9 a.m. Our company had been assigned to this ancient barracks building. World War II era construction that trapped heat like a greenhouse. Sleeping was impossible. Guys were passing out during PT from heat exhaustion. Our first sergeant kept filing work orders to get the AC fixed, but the contractors had a 6-month backlog. That's when Staff Sergeant Miller got creative. Miller had been a HVAC technician before joining up, and he wasn't about to spend another night cooking in his bunk. He noticed something interesting. Our motor pool had just received 6 brand new MRAP vehicles with state-of-the-art climate control systems. Those things could keep the cabin a cool 65 degrees, even in direct desert sun. One night, Miller gathered a few trusted specialists and hatched Operation Polar Bear. They drove an MRAP right up to our barracks, ran heavy-duty extension cords from the vehicle's auxiliary power unit into the building, and connected them to industrial fans positioned at strategic points. Then they sealed all the windows with plastic sheeting and duct tape, creating a makeshift ventilation system that pumped cold air throughout the entire first floor. It worked beautifully. Temperature dropped nearly 30 degrees within hours. For the first time in months, everyone got a decent night's sleep. Miller became an instant hero. The next night, they did it again, and the next. Word spread to other units, and suddenly guys from across the FOB were showing up with cases of energy drinks and cartons of cigarettes, offering them as tribute for a spot in our air-conditioned paradise. This went on for almost 2 weeks. Miller's crew got bolder, running operations with military precision. They'd roll the MRAP up at exactly 2,000 hours, have the cooling system operational by 2015, and disconnect everything by 0530 before the battalion commander's morning rounds. Then came the inevitable snafu. Battalion had an unexpected midnight mission. They needed every MRAP ready to roll, including our makeshift AC unit. But after running the auxiliary power for 10-12 hours every night, the batteries were dead. The battalion commander found Miller's crew frantically trying to jumpstart a multi-million-dollar combat vehicle at 0100, surrounded by extension cords, industrial fans, and enough duct tape to wrap the Pentagon. I've never seen a light colonel that particular shade of purple before. The ass chewing lasted nearly an hour. I thought he was going to have an aneurysm when Miller tried to explain that he was just improving quality of life for the troops, sir. Amazingly, Miller didn't get court-martialed. The battalion commander was so impressed by the ingenuity that he only gave him 2 weeks of extra duty. But the real twist? 3 days later, contractors showed up to fix our AC. Turns out the battalion commander had called in personal favors to expedite our work order. As for the MRAP, maintenance found that running the auxiliary power system for that long had damaged some components, requiring a complete overhaul. Total cost to the government, approximately $147,000. The battalion commander made Miller write that number on a piece of paper and carry it in his pocket for the rest of the deployment. The wildest part? At the end of our tour, Miller received an Army Achievement Medal for innovative problem-solving and boosting unit morale. Same battalion commander pinned it on him. As he shook Miller's hand, he whispered something that made Miller turn white as a sheet. Years later, at a reunion, I finally asked Miller what the commander had said. He told me the general had gotten wind of our little AC operation and thought it was brilliant. Wanted to implement something similar across all the older barracks. But if I ever pulled something like that again, he'd personally ensure I spent the rest of my military career guarding a weather station in Alaska. Miller just retired last year. 20-year career. Finished as a master sergeant. Still has that piece of paper with $147,000 written on it, framed in his home office. Says it's his most treasured military memento. Proof that in the Army, the line between a genius and an idiot is usually just a matter of who catches you.